So we've talked a lot about things. What we haven't talked about really is the Delaney itself. Okay. So would you tell us about the Delaney and what makes it different than other senior community centers?
What makes it different? It's a beautiful building. I'm not saying there aren't other beautiful buildings. It is a very it's modern while still being a warm atmosphere is the way I explain it. People think it explained as a very nice hotel atmosphere when you walk in, but it's still very warm and inviting. It's a rental, which is a little bit unique for this area for independent living. We don't require a huge buy-in. It gives that person that flexibility if things should change, because things do change. If somebody wants to be in New Jersey because the grandkids are little and I want to be here, the 5-year plan is to be in Jersey, I might want to pivot and move near my son who's in California in 5 years. It's a 60-day notice. It's very fluid. So it allows for that. The fact that you can very easily transition from independent to assisted. There is also memory care there. The continuum of care allows you to stay in that atmosphere. It's 240 apartments. It's not huge. It's not imposing in terms of a huge campus. People like that. And it's just, I feel we do a really good job of appealing to, especially on the activity schedule, there's something for everybody. There's the bingo, there's the arts and crafts, but there's also really high-end lectures, very good musicians coming in to perform, great outside trips. So, and it's a great area. Good healthcare, culture, good restaurants and shopping. It's really a home run in terms of the whole package. Yeah,
good. I was impressed with the amount of 5-star reviews on Google. The facilities were highly recommended, but it really was the staff that got the rave reviews. Almost every comment was, the facility's great, so-and-so that works there was fantastic. How did the staff help residents acclimate to their new home? Because sure, it's got to be overwhelming.
It is overwhelming, and people need to feel comfortable when they come in, so we make a point of telling everybody who's employed there that they are part of that process. Whether we're touring somebody, there's a move-in, whatever it may be, that we all take part in that. From the dining room to housekeeping to maintenance, sales, it doesn't stop once the person moves in, that you have to continually make these folks comfortable, and I feel everybody plays a role in that. The phrase "it's not my job" does not come into play. It's always the resident first, and that's the philosophy. Is it's their home. They need to be comfortable and whatever they need, and adjust where need be, and open door policy. If something is not working, we want to know. So I think that's important.
How does I love really great hotels. I think have the same discipline, I guess. You can talk to the lady who's cleaning your room. You need something, they will leave and go get it, and it's everyone is involved in a high level of service. So how does Delaney? How do you guys cultivate that with the employees?
Well, there's extensive training. Ongoing training. Obviously the training, somebody's approach in memory care is going to be different than for somebody in independent living. From the day the person comes in, we do a red carpet when they first move in, if they want it. Most people do, because it's a big day. Having everybody involved, the staff, having residents welcome people, have the family have dinner with them the first night, have the ambassador program. Those kind of things are really important to make people get settled in and make them feel comfortable. So it's an ongoing conversation, and we've ramped up with staff as our population has grown because we're just about full right now. So making sure that everybody understands that. We've had people who have been there since the building opened, and there's new people coming on. So making sure that everybody understands that philosophy that the resident comes first. Yesterday I was in the dining room. Somebody, a resident recently lost her husband, and I just came upon this situation. She got very emotional. I saw caregivers, restaurant staff, different people come over to her to console her and kind of surround her, and residents. It was really nice to see that. So it wasn't like, I can't be bothered. They stopped what they were doing, and you could just see that she felt that support, and that we're going to make sure you're okay.
Right. I'm going to have to get it on the waiting list, I think. I'm a strong proponent of healthcare continuum of care. How do you and the Delaney staff integrate with other healthcare providers?
Well, we have a Fox rehab on site. So if somebody does sustain an injury, or they're coming from a rehab and they need to continuing, PT, OT, speech therapy, we have that in the actual building. They are very busy when they are there. We do have healthcare professionals and specialists that come in that do house calls. They're not on our staff, but they service senior communities. So if it is easier for someone, especially in assisted or memory care, to have a podiatrist come visit, dermatologist, nurse practitioner, we do have a host of people who come to the building to service the community. And then we also integrate with hospice. We've had hospice in our building if somebody is at end of life, where they can remain in the building with hospice services. And then there's also my connection with home cares. If somebody chooses to live in independent living and wants to have a home care come in independent living, they can do that. So I have those kind of connections with reliable sources to give the people the support they need where they want to be and where they're at that point. So it's a large network, and we're all in it. Healthcare is wonderful because everybody's in it to help the person. So there's a very good, we're all here in it for the common goal, which is that it's not cutthroat. It's let's help the person. That's what I like about this industry, is that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Wonderful integration. That's
great. It really is.
Good for you guys. So with all your experience in senior living environment, what can you pass along to our audience that you've learned over your career?
Seniors are extremely valuable to our population. Talk to them, have a conversation with them. They would love to talk to you. They are our history. They have rich stories to tell you. That, like I said, I think that tends to be, they become invisible, and they shouldn't be, because they're really a valuable part of this population, and they crave connection. So take time and talk to somebody. Don't dismiss somebody because they're disabled, they're older, maybe they seem like they're a little cranky. I guarantee you, if you talk to them, they have something very interesting to say. So that's my words to you, is that take time out of your day. Speak to someone who's older. They will more than likely have some kind of wisdom to share with you, because they've been around a lot longer than some of us.
We talked earlier about this a little bit, how these towns have changed a lot. And one of the things that I think that has changed, and maybe it's going to get better, is that we've neglected the senior community. In a lot of places, transportation, housing, it's been very, very challenging for these towns in northern New Jersey around here. And to hear that, what you just said, really that the seniors should be well integrated into our communities. They've served the communities for a long time, and they have a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and we should be embracing them. So having a place like the Delaney as part of the community, I think, is a great service. So,
Thank you.
So thank you for your concern for our senior community and their family and friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you.